Hi, this is My Life Coach Sandra, the platform where we talk about anxieties, living your best life, kind of everything in between, just so you can have a mindset that completely works for you and you can overcome, thrive, and live your absolute best life. This video is a little bit different. I'm coming to you completely barefaced, and we're going to talk about everything from manifestation, a July roundup, all the way down to having an abundance mindset, discussing your, perspective on things in life and how you can switch your perspective and how you can realign yourself. This is the get ready with me. So let's get ready. There is no battery on this right now. I'm just going to see how long it will give me and just vibe with it. I have a chipped nail. Oh, not me being this is not a product, but this is my nail. It's completely chipped, while the rest are absolutely fine. I'm fixated on this one chipped nail, which is kind of how my January, the weather is giving January. I'll tell you that for free. But it's July, so this is kind of a way to say this is how July went for me. Anyway, let's get into the video. I've rolled my brain. Anyway, I've rolled my sleeves up, so that's how you know I'm about to be very, very serious. This is a very quick get ready with me. This is kind of like my everyday go-to work, content creation, just natural clothes. I mean, I don't necessarily have eyebrows, but we're gonna, create something. But this is like my go-to quick, easy, done, get ready with me. As someone who talks about anxiety and well-being and mindset work, I'm always cautious of being as transparent as I can be when it comes to understanding that this is a journey. It's going to take time. You're going to experience triggers. You're going to think you're getting it at one point, and then you're just thrown in the deep end of something and you're like, I'm back to square one. But the first reminder is square one is never the same as the original square one. You kind of always go back to a square one that in a way just has a few more pieces of information to it. So you're never going back to basics. You always have a little bit more information than what you left with in the first place. This is so cool because I love YouTube so much and I love watching people's tutorials. So the fact that I'm doing this is hilarious for me. And yeah, but I'm using the benefit brow thing, but I don't think you guys will really care because my makeup is, I'm not that girl, but it is what it is. Whenever I'm like doing get ready with me's, I usually do this content on Instagram, and I usually do my eyebrows off camera because I just can't sometimes. Like, eyebrows are just so particular and they freak me out, they overwhelm me, all of that fun stuff. July is a funny month because it's the month where everybody reminds you that we are halfway through the year. And when you're reminded that you're halfway through the year and you feel as though, have I accomplished anything in the first 6 months? You start to ask yourself so many questions. You start to get anxious or have anxious thoughts off your own back because you have your own expectations for your life. And everyone's like that. We all have our own expectations for what we want to do with our year, what we expect to do with our year. And whether you achieve the things that you set your mind to or not, it can be daunting to remember that, oh, we are 6 months through, there is only 6 months left. But give yourself that grace and kind of move accordingly. You're good, baby girl. This month is the month I officially started YouTube. And well, I was always doing YouTube shorts and things like that, but this month was the official month that I actually posted videos. And the pure reason behind that was because I'm someone who's really into astrology, prayer, manifestation, and kind of doing things that align with you. In knowing that this was the 6th month, just like everybody else, and I always tell people I'm really honest about journeys and transitions and knowing where you are and where you'd like to be, where you want to be. Purely off of that, I actually started posting on YouTube. It doesn't matter when or where you start, at least you started. To get back to the point that I think I was making, when it comes to thinking about your 6 months through the year and whatever expectations you had for yourself 6 months into the year, you can give yourself those anxious thoughts. Everything can come back. And it's really important to think about your perspective and the way that you think and the things that you believe and the stories that you tell yourself, the stories that you believe to be true. And when I talk about kind of an anxious mindset or having an abundance mindset or in a mindset that works for you, that doesn't mean it's teetotal. That doesn't mean you have one without the other. That doesn't mean you can't find balance in that and you're not going to have moments where you wobble, like everybody does. Everybody wobbles. I think it's really important to remember that we are part of a really huge universe, and whether you're a faithful person or someone who goes through life without any type of faith background, that's absolutely fine. But reminding yourself that there is a bigger picture and that we are a part of something way bigger, it allows us to remind ourselves that to take it day by day, take it easy on ourselves. And it's okay to shift your perspective, especially when you feel as though sometimes the universe is testing you and you feel as though you're not living in your power. Sometimes you are. There's so many things in life that we're going to encounter that we've never encountered before. And we're not perfect, we're human. And to allow ourselves to make mistakes and to try and try again, the only way you learn, or the only way you can get something or understand something, is to try, fail, and then try, and then something miraculously works. And whether it's success that you achieve or it's just an understanding that you achieve, that's absolutely fine. So I think that was a big takeaway for July, especially for me. So if you can relate, put it down in the comments and let me know. Also, this month I spoke with an amazing coach who runs a business named Coaching with Z. I'll tag it all down below. Who spoke about, we went on live and we spoke about kind of personal growth and kind of working on yourself and what that can look like holistically, and how personal growth can't just be, or isn't just about your career progression, isn't just about growing in your career, but it can also be about just growing as a person and figuring out who you are, what it is that you like, what it is that you don't like, what it is that you do like, and then going from there. And I loved it so much. I love connecting with people. I love having conversations with people because you're able to understand other people's perspectives. I'm doing this all with my finger, by the way. I'm one of those people who's very much, I have the makeup brushes, I have the sponges, but nothing beats these fingertips. Like nothing beats using your fingers, especially if you're trying to do like an everyday look, and if you're just trying to do something really, really quick, and either you're on the go and you're a busy person. I just love using my fingers sometimes. You not love that? Like, how can you not feel bright? For me, I'm a big believer in like mixing things. So I love to mix like high street brands, like a drugstore makeup, high street brands from like Superdrug, Boots, and then I'll go into like MAC, Urban Decay. I'll have the lot. Like I'll be across the spectrum because sometimes, you know, certain products are nice, certain products. People always ask me, what is it that I do or that I use whenever my own anxieties come up? Or what do I do, or how do I recenter myself when my own anxieties come up? Realign yourself. Go back to the things that helped you in the beginning. If that means, you know, getting back in contact with a coach or getting back in contact with friends and realigning yourself with joy. And also remember to like pinpoint what joy and happiness, or what your parameters of success are, or what your parameters of a good life are. Realign yourself with those. And I always try to realign myself with any self-care tips or hacks or ways of living that I kind of let go of. So for example, a few months ago, last year, a couple years ago, I loved meditating every single morning. I would love doing it. I would sit outside or sit inside when it was raining like today, and just take 5 minutes to just meditate, and either do a guided meditation or just be silent and still, be away from any technology. I found like that was something that really helped. So for example, this month, especially when my own anxieties were creeping back up, I leaned back into that. And it's okay to lean back into the things that helped you before, because it just means you're not spiraling for a longer period of time, and you're not feeling as though you're not feeling that anxious dread for longer periods of time. For example, I felt some type of way for like a good day, and then I was like, no, I have every tool that I need and that I like, and I'm going to go back into them. I'm going to use them to my advantage, and I'm going to recenter myself, realign myself, and then go from there. And I find that helps. I want you guys to use this channel to your complete benefit, and I think it should be a place where you can come to or go to see that your mindset and the way that you think and feel is completely going to change from day to day. You're going to experience triggers, you're going to experience good days, you're going to experience bad days. And I think I'm someone who really pushes life being about balance. I saw something so funny the other day, and people were talking about I think someone tweeted something about their friend getting engaged and they felt some type of way about it. And God, that caused a whole discourse. And I'm not really on Twitter in that way, but I think I saw it somewhere. And I just wanted to say that it's so important to, one, think about your perspective, to kind of understand that when your neighbors experience joy, just know that joy is in the neighborhood. It's in your neighborhood. That happy thing means that there are good vibes and good vibrations happening around you, and I want you to lean into those good vibes and those good vibrations, because that means that you are so much closer to your joy. Because if joy is literally, if your best friend is experiencing joy, if your friend is experiencing joy, that means it's there, it's within your own reach. Just understand, their fulfillment and their full cup means that stuff is about to spill over, and you better be ready. You better be ready to like catch that, and just know that your blessing and your thing is around the corner for you. I really try to avoid discourse content as much as I can, because then sometimes you can get warped into other people's ideas of the way that they think, and then you end up thinking like everybody else. And that's not a bad thing, because sometimes if everybody's on a collective thought process, that's a good thing for our future. It means that we care about something collectively, which is absolutely fine. But if it's not healthy, if it's not a healthy thought, if it's not a thought that betters you in any type of way, just dust it off. Like, it's not you, it didn't come from you, it's somebody else's thought. That's their own thought process, has nothing to do with you. It is not a part of your existing reality. For example, if you were to switch off your phone, would that thought or idea be a part of your reality or exist for you? Most of the time the answer is no. This is the most rushed and really pointless get ready with me, but I really wanted you guys to understand that this is how I do my makeup. This is how I kind of speak life into myself and kind of into you guys as well, is when I'm doing these things, when I'm getting dolled up, when I'm getting dressed. Either I'm listening to music, or I'm listening to a podcast, or I'm even kind of just thinking to myself and kind of experiencing life and experiencing all of the motions of the brushes, the makeup, how it goes on my skin, how it goes on my face, because this also gives you life, this also gives you energy. And I love the idea of kind of makeup and making yourself up, because you're breathing life into your being, you're enhancing what is already beautiful. And I love that so much. I was going to do lashes, but I've just decided against it. I'm one of those people, if I don't have my lashes done, it actually upsets me. It upsets me, the fact that I have to use glue and I have to put extensions on, and that really gets me. We're just gonna mascara it, and that's absolutely fine. We're going to mascara it. If you've made it this far into the video, firstly, thank you so much. And if you feel as though your anxieties are still, you know, playing with you, your perspective on a situation or just life in general is still heightened, I would really implore you guys, I would really recommend that you guys just download the free workbook, see how it goes, see how it works for you, see if you even like it. There's so much content in there, if I do say so myself. There's so much content there that can be really helpful, purely if you just want to understand yourself, purely if you just want to kind of take a second to explore the way that you think, to explore the stories that you tell yourself, to explore whether further support is something that you'd really benefit from, or to just kind of have something there that you can always rely on. It's not going anywhere. It's going to be available online for the foreseeable future. I created it for you. I didn't just create it for me to use when I have my moments. And I still use it to this day, by the way. I still go back to the workbook. And if you want me to do any videos going through the workbook or anything specific to the workbook, let me know. But yeah, I still use it to this day. I still use it. I use all the tools that I've learned over the past 3 years and however many years I've lived my life. We're going to end this makeup session with my trusted Fenty Beauty lip gloss, well, gloss bomb, and it's called Fenty Glow. I think it's the first one she ever released. If you know me or know anything or just understand my vibe, I am a part of the Navy. I am a Rihanna girl. I'm part of the Beehive too. I'm not pitting anyone against each other, but from childhood, not to say we're closer in age, actually, she could be my friend, but from a young age, I have been a part of the Navy. I can actually even show you. These shoes are so old and I'm so embarrassed. But I love them so much. They are so comfortable. They have done me no wrong. They have been the most consistent, one of the most consistent things in my life. And it is I'm so embarrassed to even show you them. The Fenty Puma slides. Oh, they OG shoes. So that's how you know I'm a part of the Navy. But I don't know how this turned into like Rihanna stan thing. But yeah, I had the perfumes, I had the albums, I didn't get my hands on the coffee table book, but by the grace of God, one day I will have my own home and I'll have my own space, and this is where manifesting comes in, and just be able to buy the huge coffee table book and put it right there and say, it's here. It's, we've solidified ourselves into the Navy. And maybe when she releases, the next album or goes on tour, whenever she's ready, I will be there. It's the easiest go-to. I just use it. It's my happy place. And it smells so nice. But yeah, it's the original that was released, and it's Fenty Glow. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you stayed until the end, I really, really appreciate you. I absolutely love and adore everybody that watches this content, because I'm doing something new. I'm trying something new. We're experimenting together. We're seeing how it works out together. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this content. The 3 takeaways: remember, when you are having an anxious experience or your mindset is leaning back into pessimism, anxiety, just you find yourself overthinking, ruminating, go back to the self-care things that you remember work and that you like. Keep promises to yourself. That's the biggest thing. One thing I said to myself was that I'm going to keep the promise of always going to my Wednesday fitness classes, because they make me so happy. I love going to them and I really appreciate them. And the third thing I will say is always remember, your perspective is everything. How you look at the world, how you see things in life is so important to how your day goes. And I think if you need some perspective ideas and perspective changes, download the free workbook. Link is always in the bio. And that will help you with perspective changes and understanding how to look at the world. Have an amazing rest of the year. I'm going to see you in the next video. But thank you so much for watching. And yeah, bye.